Evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. I'm here driving the bus with Inti.
Hello people, how are you this morning?
Yeah, and we're doing great, aren't we, Inti? We're early risers. Okay, maybe not you. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about basically my closure of a bank account in the United States, BoA account. That they decided, you know what, they want me out, and we're going to talk about that, and also we're going to be all talking about Dogecoin and the upcoming altcoin season, and what it all means, and are we going to see some big pumps coming up? Well, stay tuned if you want to watch what's going to happen, but before that, Inti has a few words to say.
Yes. So people, it's worth to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not a financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market.
All right, awesome. So I did an altcoin video with Cardono, right? Here, I'm going to close that. VChain, VET, and Chainlink going off the chain. Right, and Dogecoin on the MMCrypto's channel. You can see the video right here, and we talked about I talked about Dogecoin, and I mentioned that, hey, you know what, I told my subscribers to buy Dogecoin on Sunday. Right, and here he has a clip of that, and I'm going to play a clip of a clip. So, all right, so here we go.
It up on what the hell's going on.
But I just wanted to, if we have some haters watching and they don't believe you, let me put in this clip here so everyone can actually see Davinci calling it.
I have most of my Doge offline anyway, so I don't have it here. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, this is a nice location to buy. We're at the lows.
Okay, awesome. I'm glad you guys liked that video.
Yeah, all right, so there we go. We showed that I told you guys to buy some Doge. If you're interested in Pandora's wallet, right? We're having a 70% off sale, and I can't remember where I put that oh, there it is, right here. 70% off sale on the subscriptions for Pandora's wallet. So check that out. All right, with that said, let's head over to the TA for the day. Well, the weekly is slowly rising. In our Telegram group, we also did a 100x trade that came out in profit. We actually took half off the table and we're letting the rest ride. If you don't believe that, here, let me just actually show you a screen of that right there. There you go, 100x. So that's that. And so we are seeing how far this can go. Looks like probably this is probably the end here. Looking at this trend line here, and if we go down to the 5 minutes, shoot, and it looks like it might have been finished here. It's hard to say, actually. We're gonna have to wait and see until it draws out a little bit more. Time here, but the volume was heavy. It couldn't push through, so this might be the end of this move. So I might have to call everybody to take a walk on their 100x trade on that one. But okay, let's go to a bigger time frame. Let's go to the daily. Oops, what a mess, what a dog's breakfast mess that was. Right, clearly we have to break this level to really say that we're in a bullish zone and bullish posture, more so than we are right now. We are 60% bull still, even up until this point. I think it diminishes, of course, a bit, but we're 60% bull until we break the $8,630 level, and then we can become more than 70% bull once we get above here, the 9,800 and 800 level, basically. And so I'm hoping that we get to 70% bull, but you never know. It's a long haul, and that's good. But the good news is we're above the 13 EMA and rising. we still have to. We're bumping along some falling trend lines that are not on this chart, but now there's a rising trend line. So even though if we break this falling trend line, we have to test a rising trend line, and it's just non-stop resistance that I really don't see this happening. That we get up. Well, I mean, it's possible. It's there's a lot of resistance all the way up here to get up here. It's likely that we do it. Let's see here. We just don't have the volume. We're oversold. Sure, it's possible, but let's just see what the market says on the short-term time frame. I don't see anything that on the shorter time frames that could indicate that there's going to be some sort of major pump to push us higher. There's no volume, not enough volume to do so. There's not enough. There's no sad oh my God. It's like, let's just say if this wasn't so bullishy in a sense of on the daily, on the 4 hour and stuff like that, you can see that it looks a little bullish here. And the fact that we're oversold, that doesn't give us the momentum push to really just like and smack the bears around, right? We just don't have it. And so, I mean, I know this is Bitcoin, right? So, anything can happen, but it would be better if we were like looking sad and we were on the opposite side and oversold, and then all of a sudden somebody went friggin', like some fat finger hit the buy button and we went like nutsoid. Still can happen here, but it's not likely. And so, yeah, I'm a little concerned that we will not make it up to the 9,800 level. Not going to write it off completely. I'm going to probably ride my 100x trade unless I see some weakness on the lower time frame. All right. With that said, let's go on to what's going on with Dogecoin. Right? What happened to Dogecoin? Right? Let's just bring it up right here. Okay. So Dogecoin had a major pump, and let's just bring up Dogecoin. Doggy, where you at, dog? Where you at, my dog? And yeah, I mean, it just went nuclear because basically some Generation Z kid decided he wanted to pump this thing, and I mean, how is it possible?
Everybody, please listen to me. This is Dogecoin. If you know nothing about investing, it doesn't really matter. Go put $25 into this, and that will be 10,000 shares, okay?
Shares.
And if this reaches $1, you will have made 10 grand. Please just try it out. Go pump it. Everybody.
Wow. What? I'm speechless.
That he just pumped just because of that video?
Yeah, there's a lot more videos than that, but there's many videos out there where people are just on TikTok pumping Dogecoin, and it's unreal. So, what do you think about the fundamentals of Dogecoin?
They're absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. I puke every time I see the fundamentals of the coin, and I would have never bought it, and I never did, and now I regret it, but not really, because it has like billions of outstanding coins. So it's like, for me, for my trading plan, it's like no. It has really low market cap for that many outstanding coins. And it doesn't have like such an impressive volume. It doesn't have many upside potential. I just wouldn't touch it with a stick. And then we see this. So you can see how irrational the market can be.
Yeah, exactly. So I did get paid on my Dogecoin, and the reason why I have Dogecoin, not because of the fundamentals, dude. It's just not. It's because of the pumpamentals.
I still have to learn that.
There's a difference. And so the pumpamentals are clear, and a lot of the third tier coins, or fourth tier or low tier coins, are basically have a high degree of pumpamentals. They don't have any long-term fundamental value, but they can give you these massive returns, right? Give you 100x, 200x, 300x returns over time if they just stay alive. Right? That's all they have to do, right? They just gotta stay alive. And so that's pretty easy in the current cryptocurrency world. And so that's why I like certain coins. Now, I do have like a fundamental screener, but I pretty much ignore it because of the fact that it excludes all the pumpamentals. It doesn't have pumpamentals as part of the screening program, and so maybe I should start doing that with figuring out which coins have pumpamental screeners.
I would be very interested because I use a bastardized version of your screening model.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having decent results, right? Not having your results.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I really like watching coins just get killed, and then you're like they're just being destroyed in price here. And nothing's happening for so long. Like right here, this was just so beautiful when I saw this. At first, I didn't think it was beautiful because I was looking at the wrong exchange, but then I saw that at the right exchange with volume, there was a lot of volume coming in, right? And so it was looking pretty decent as a buying opportunity for my subscribers. So I was saying, yeah, I would get some here, and I wish I wanted to get some more, but I saw that I already had some at just a little bit higher price, and I figured don't need to get any more of this thing. And yeah, so I didn't. But I hope my Pandora's Wallet subscribers got some. So yeah, I'm really happy about this. All right. Well, I just want to point out. I know this is going to seem a little random and out of place, but Carolina of Davinci Codes, right? She has a blog here at on our website, and she's talking about everyone meant to be rich. And I think, yes, everyone is meant to be rich, because the reason why, and I'm going to explain to you why, is that when we create more wealth, right, through production, because wealth comes from creating things, not from a printing press. I'm sure you guys know that, but maybe not, because the Federal Reserve believes it. The governments believe that wealth can come from a printing press, but it doesn't. It only comes from creating other things. And so when you have a hard money, right, people will work hard to create good things so that they can get your hard-earned money. Now, think about it. Think about that for a second. If you own an asset that's called money, that you consider money, and it's very rare, and it cannot be created, and no more can be created, and it cannot be created easily, okay? And everybody wants it. Do you think that people are going to work hard in order to convince you to buy, to part with that hard money and give it to you? Yeah, this effectively makes you rich, right? And that's what this is what caused the Renaissance in the past, where people went like the whole world changed, so that people were more intelligent, people worked harder, people produced better things. The artwork in the past, right? used to take years to produce. Today, somebody slaps a banana on a wall, and they sell it for millions of dollars. They call it art, and I mean, really, right? This is because of our current financial system, right? It causes this horrible world that we live in, that where everything we buy today breaks within the next few seconds. Well, going in the future when Bitcoin's money, right? You're not going to be parting with your Bitcoin to buy some Chinese nonsense that's going to break, all right, in 2 seconds. Not a chance. You're going to buy American-made, hard-core, solid, that's not going to break, that's going to last, right? And if it does break, you're going to be able to fix it really fast and get it working, and because it's going to be worth it, because you spent a lot. You spent not only your Bitcoin, which is worth a lot, but it's actually worth a lot in the future as well. So yeah, it's going to be a different world where everybody is actually rich. Alrighty, with that said, let's talk about, I think we talked about that. Oh, my bank account. Yes, my bank account. Oh boy. Well, Bank of America, I was kind of freaked out, actually. I have to admit, I was freaked out. This is one of my LLC's companies. I don't want to mention the name because I don't want, there's a lot of the things that I have to deal with if you guys if I have the name of the company. But anyways, it doesn't matter. It's a trust company, so somebody else manages it for me. And so I was quite shocked when I got an email alert that my account was closed, my balance was zero. I was like, what? I didn't even get this original letter, right? That they were planning to close it on June 8th. I had 21 days, and that's that. And what I was told was that, hey, we don't have a reason, right? We don't have to give you a reason. And so we have that right, just like you have the right to close the account with us and not give us a reason. And so, yeah, that's true. And you know what? I know that a lot of people are upset about this. If you head over to what's it called, to Ivan on Tech and watch his video here, he talks about it a bit, and he's upset. He's mad as heck, and I'm not. I am actually happy this happened. Why is that? I hope this happens to everybody, because this will drive adoption to Bitcoin a lot faster. Because I'm tired of these people controlling our lives, right? And I even heard that I got some a whisper from a grapevine that the reason why I got kicked out is because I have no credit products. Right? And I'm like, well, I don't want any credit products from the bank. So why should I be kicked out because of that? Well, because they don't make any money from me. So yeah, this is why I got kicked out, probably because I don't have any credit products. I don't know. Could have been the fact that I was connected to Coinbase from this account for quite some time before Coinbase kicked me out. And yeah, so I don't know. But in the end, this is a good thing. This is a very good thing, because I have to work. I'm going to work even harder to make sure that I don't need these people ever again in my life. Right? I want to get rid of these guys. Right? I will have to open up another account somewhere, but by the way, they did take the money, and I'm going to have to fight them for that because. Yeah, you should read the rest of this stuff. But anyways, I will get the money eventually. They'll take their sweet time giving it to me. So I have to fight on that. So that's just the way it is. I didn't lose a whole lot. I don't keep a lot in my bank accounts because of I don't believe in the dollar, and so it would have hurt a little bit. I would have been like, I wouldn't have been dying, right? I would have been, I would have been like, yeah, I wish I had that money, but it's not the end of the world for me. And so that's what happened to my bank account, and I'm looking forward to the day that we don't have to deal with these things, and Bitcoin is our money. And no one can take my bank account, my Bitcoin account away from me, and I can continue to do finances and pay my employees, pay my suppliers without issue, worrying about if, you don't like me anymore, so I can't pay my suppliers, I can't pay my employees anymore? What? What? That's not gonna work. Alright? So yeah. Is that. Alright. Let's head over to before we head over to question and answers, actually, I should talk about one more thing, which is I forgot what it was about. And my backup channel. Yes, my backup channel. Please, there's a subscribe to my backup channel. It's just a Davinci Jeremy. This is connected to DaVinciCodes.net. My email address on DaVinciCodes.net. So this is my backup channel. I haven't done any videos, so it's nowhere connected to my other channels. So just in case that YouTube, because you could have sub accounts in YouTube, right? On my Davinci J15 has a lot of sub accounts, and if I created a sub account there, I figured that they might close everything through that one day. So I don't want that to happen, and so please subscribe to this channel if you want to make sure that just in case they just cut me off, you want to make sure that you have access to information on where I'm going to be, what I'm going to do next, and where my videos are going to be. So yeah, thank you for that. One other thing, quite quickly, just please, you need to do your research on HCQ plus Zinc. I'm going to do some. I got some shocking information. I'm going to do a separate video today, a short video that I hope goes viral, because I have evidence that not only that the virus came from a lab, it came from one person who shows how he made it, and because he wrote a document on that, and he wrote a document saying, yeah, this virus goes and is very viral and can pass to everybody else, but HCQ and Zinc in the document will stop it from actually doing that. I'm like, you need to go to jail. So yeah, I'm looking for that video. Okay, with that said, off to the question and answer period.
Yes, my favorite part. So, we have a super chat from Super Google Lee, of course. And he says, hello Davinci, I missed all the coins you mentioned in MMCrypto video. Should I FOMO in or wait for a fib retracement?
Obviously wait for a fib retracement. You look, or better yet, find another asset, right? These kids are going to pump something else, right? In the summertime. They got nothing better to do, right? They've already watched the Dogecoin pump. Somebody's going to say, well, I missed that, and I'm going to find something else. So, start hunting low cap coins that the kids can buy. And the key things to look for are coins that are in less than $1 and are very, very cheap, and they can buy a lot and they can get a lot, right? Because that's all they think about. They don't look for a coin that, $25 gives me 25 coins. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to do it for the Generation Z. They want $25 equals 10 million coins. Look for something like that. And and buy those coins that are like, that looks like, oh my God, it looks like it's going to go to zero, right? Those are the coins that you want to be interested in. send me some list of coins, guys, in the chat group, in the link in the description below, and we'll do some TA on them. Look for like really stinky coins, and we'll see if we can find something that the kids will pump so that we can get ahead of them. All right. So I'm looking forward to what you guys write in the chat box. So, all right, next question.
All right, this is from Coinoclast, and it says, how can you tell by TA whether there is manipulation?
Yes, basically there's no market structure, right? That's the key thing. Now they can manipulate market structure, but only to a point, right? And also what happens is it fractals out, right? So even though they manipulate the market structure, what they won't do is they can't manipulate the fact that it turns into a fractal, meaning that it just, on the shorter time frame, they manipulate. But on the higher time frame, right, it doesn't show up. So you can see that it was a manipulation the shorter time frame when it doesn't show up as a larger fractal on a higher time frame. Also, whenever there's no like a W, it's just a V bottom, like for example the stock market.
I was just going to say basically A index.
Yeah. When you see V bottoms, that is 100% manipulation, right? Markets don't actually act that way unless somebody with a large deep pocket decides to push it that way. So, and there you go. You can see that with the Dogecoin right here, right? This Dogecoin was just pure manipulation, right? Somebody decided to, hey, let's push this thing straight up. And it wasn't a V, right? Exactly a V, but the key thing to look at, right, is that it was like there was no indication where you have up and down W's, right? You have a W, basically people were leaving, coming back in, leaving, and then we took off, right? With that, then that's an indication of regular market participants, but in reality, markets are manipulated 100% of the time. And the reason why is because, let's think about it for a second. You have something, you make something. Let's just say you produce something, and you decide to put a price to that thing that you've made, and you sell it. You say, I'm selling it for this price. Well, just what? You just manipulated the price. Because the person who knows what the real price is the person who wants it, right? Not you who's selling it. And so you are effectively creating a price manipulation when you choose a price. And effectively, the person buying it saying, okay, well, let's say the person who wants to buy the asset sees that you put it at a too high price, right? And they want it at a low price, and they convince you to lower the price to a lower price. Well, they just manipulated the price. They may manipulate it even lower than the actual value of it, because somebody else was willing to pay higher than what he was going to sell, that he was going to buy it for. So that's how the market is. Everything's a manipulation. So it's only a matter of degrees, right? So you could say for sure that this was a heavy degree of manipulation, right? Because you know what caused it, right? But it's just generally how all markets work, and it's all a matter of grayness, like shades of gray, basically. All right, next question.
Yes, Talk Hex also said, what isn't manipulation for you?
I just answered that question.
Oh,
right?
sorry.
So
this one is from EOS, and says, will I still be able to take advantage of gold-silver ratio with precious metal backed by crypto? No, precious metal backed crypto, sorry.
Probably not. But what we will be able to do, I think, you know what, I think what's going to, well, we might be able to do that. It's just that one of the things I want to point out is that I'm looking into like derivatives contracts on the blockchain, right, of precious metal pricing. And I'm thinking about that in a sense because you're like, well, that's insane. You're not going to be owning the precious metals directly. You're going to be owning exposure to the price. And so why you're not going to be help participating in the price action. You're going to actually you're just going to ride the price action up, right? And the reason why I'm considering it is because I just have to look. I have to trust only in the code. I don't have to trust somebody else to hold my gold for me, right? Whilst I know that central banks and governments, they have guns and they'll be buying gold and they're going to be holding the gold and they're going to be, causing the price action to go up, right? But I don't have the kind of resources to manage the amount of gold that I'm going to have to hold, and unless I find a trusted partner that I know that's going to back up that goal, and then I have to worry about not only the trusted partner, but the location that they're in, that their government will not decide to take their gold. So there's a lot of things that I'm not good at determining whether or not a government is going to be totalitarian in the future or not. Whether they're going to steal people's money or not, I don't know that, and I have a hard time figuring out what that's going to be, how that's going to work. I find that I might be leaning towards a derivatives or creating a derivatives based system that allows you to get exposure to the price, and you're like, well, they're going to manipulate the price and hold the price down. And there's going to be a point where the market price, the cash price, is going to be different from the actual stated price, the fixed price. Well, a derivatives contract can also follow cash prices. And so those pops that you heard actually is me selling something. Let's see here if there's anything else. Oh, yeah, I just sold some more VChain. So do you guys want to see that? I think you do. Let's just bring that up in a second. All right, so next question.
Okay, so the next question. So this one is from Andrei Antoniak. Andrei asks, hi Davinci, any thoughts on holding some BTC and Ethereum on Revolut?
BTC and Ethereum on Rewallet?
It's called Revolut.
Revolut, okay. I'm not heard of Revolut. I'm sure it's a decent wallet. If it's a hardware, I'm not sure if it's a hardware wallet or a software wallet. I'd have to take a look at it, right? I'm not too sure what that wallet's all about, right? It's the first time I've ever heard of it, and I'm sure it's a decent wallet. But yeah, I'd have to see how it works. With that said, let's take a look at my VChain. VChain has popped off, right? I got paid again. I'm getting that feeling that I have to call an alt season. We have to call it. This is an alt season. We have to call it. Alt season is here. I have to, and it started with Doge.
That would be a meme.
Yes, exactly. All right, next question.
So this one is. Do you want a question from the XRP army itself?
Yes, I do.
Okay, this one is from Mona. Look at the name. This one is from Mona's XRP Tradie Monaghan, and here she asks, Davinci, will the banks use XRP as a bridge currency?
Will they use the XRP as a bridge currency? That will be up to XRP themselves, making sure that they sell. Oh yeah, look, you know what? I was just about to tell you guys the XRP is a good buy here, and it's already starting to take off. I suggest you run, don't walk, and pick up your XRP because they love to pop this thing heavy, fast and furious. So they've already started. They've already left the building, but you're just a few hundred sats off the bottom here. So, what's a few hundred sats from the bottom? So, I don't mind if you FOMO into this at this point, and this is going to be the only time. This is the one of the very few times I'm going to tell you to FOMO into something. Very few times, because this thing could easily just come back a little bit, right? But that's okay. I mean, really, we're at the bottom of the barrel. We're scraping the bottom of the barrel here, right? If it comes back, right, so this is why you don't go if you do FOMO in at this level with your XRP, make sure you leave a little bit of cash, more than half your stack at the side that you were planning to buy. Let's just say you were planning to buy $25 of XRP. Maybe put in 13, right? See if it pulls back and put in the other 13 so that, you get a better average price just in case. And if it doesn't pull back, well, you still got some skin in the game. So don't worry about it, right? You want to be able to, and then that cash can go to somewhere else, right? Could go to another asset, because we're going to be talking about other assets that are bottomed, and maybe we'll find something that's really, really low and be able to buy that as well. But yeah, I'm interested in FOMO buying in here, so I'm probably going to do that at the end of the show. Alrighty, next question. I hope the XRP army is happy now.
Okay, this one is from Lami3Chop and says, "Thank again. I bought Bet, Link, and ADA, and I'm following the little lady strats too." That was a super chat, by the way. Thank you very much for your donation.
I'm happy for you. This was your decision, right? I'm not going to take responsibility for your win, and so you should not tell me about how your losses are as well either. So I'm glad for you still, right? But I'm not going to take responsibility. You made the decision. You did that on your own. You did the work, right? I had nothing to do with it, right? Other than provide the information. You had to decide whether or not that information was correct, and so you did the research and made the decision, and so far it's worked out for you, right? I don't know if it's going to continue working out for you, for sure. I feel it will, but I don't know anything. I don't know the future. All right, next question.
Okay, so I got only a couple more normal questions and a lot of altcoin requests.
Okay, so let's go with one more normal question and one altcoin request, and then we'll call it a day.
Excellent. This one is a little bit outside of topic. This one is from Misa Drone. Misa asks, which programming language you use when you were a programmer? He is a programmer still, but maybe he or she means at the beginning.
Oh, when I started, my first language was obviously BASIC on a VIC-20. Then I moved on to C, and then I moved well, actually, first it was Pascal, and then it was C, and then it was C++, and finally, one of my favorite languages, well, not finally, but one of my favorite languages was Object Pascal for Delphi. This is it's a long story, but anyways, Delphi is just basically a development environment that allows you to rapidly produce applications in the language called Object Pascal. Then finally, that person who wrote Delphi went on to Microsoft and built C#, in which C# is now my favorite language. I need to go on to move on from C# because I'm hearing about lots of good things about Go, And I need to research that and take a look, see if the Go can, if it's Go time. All right, next question.
Next question. Now would be the altcoin request, and I'm not sure what to pick. Cause
Just go eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
what does that mean?
Okay, never mind. Yeah, I forget that you didn't grow up in North America.
No. But I want to know what that means.
Oh well, whenever when you're a kid, right? You needed to choose something, right? You went eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tigger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and then at the end you would choose.
Yeah. They have
animal.
the same here, but with a homework name. It's called KB99 It's kind of weird, but it's the same thing.
Okay.
I don't know. Let me see. So we have ADA. We have LTC.
We already did ADA.
We already did ADA. You did. Did you did LTC?
No, I haven't.
I hear it's pretty undervalued.
Yeah, let's take a look at that because LTC usually signals the beginning of the bull market for Bitcoin. So where should we see the cash market for LTC here? Okay, right here. Nice. Right, the breakout. Everybody can see where the breakout is definitely indicated here, right here. We break out. Okay, this is a BTC, sorry. Let's go to the cash market. Oh, wow. A stink bid would have got you some free LTC. Alrighty.
This looks like a giant W.
There was some Wing here, but then it failed, and yeah, this is more of a curve, the opposite, the wrong direction, basically. We're curved this way, right, and not this. If we were like this, it would have been a lot better on the cash market. Let's see if we see it on the Bitcoin. I like it on the Bitcoin market right here. It looks a lot better here than it does on the cash, the US dollar market. We can see that. Oops. Oh darn. I wanted to undo this drawing here, but it didn't work. But yeah. So what we can say is that we need to still see a Wing action on the daily. Let's go to the weekly. I guess you could call this, now looking at the weekly, we could see that there is kind of a W action if we drop this tail. Maybe if we look at a different market where that tail doesn't show up, you could squint and go, yeah, that kind of looks like a W, and it kind of works, right? My only concern is that the body candle bodies on the weekly are lower, but it's close enough, right? To say, okay, it's close enough. And then we got the weeklies closing in on each other, but I think we probably will have to W out a little bit more before we see any kind of price action Jackson on LTC going higher. Looking at the indicators here, we're not oversold. We're pretty much neutral to just below neutral here on the indicator. Not really doing much, not really saying much, and it seems like this asset is just completely dead, right? Or just sleeping, basically. I would not say dead, but sleeping. Right, you can see it here on the stochastics. On the MACD. Sorry, it's just sleeping. It's just resting for something big. There's nobody leaving the product. There's nobody coming in, right, with the volume. So yeah, this thing is just asleep. Right? So yeah, we need to see some sort of like clear Wing action to really see this thing through, decide to go higher. Beyond that, I don't see any more things that I can say. Let's just see here. Wait a second here. Hang on. Let's just do some trend lines. Yeah, okay, that looks good. That looks good. So what we're going to do is, what I'm trying to say here on this, that looks really good. That looks really good. All right, so what I'm pointing out here is that on the other side of this, right, what we want to look for is we want to forget this price action here and look for the W on the other side of this trend line. And so once we see a W on this other side of this trend line, this thing is ready to rocket ship. So it might be several weeks away, right? But yeah, once that does that, you can definitely hit the buy button. But buying this thing here is not a negative thing, not a bad thing. Buying it here, you're not buying the low. You're not buying the highs, right? You're not buying the lows either, right? But right, if you really want to, can you get a stink bid off of this? Probably not. Do you think you can get like the 61.8? Maybe. That's a $34. If this continues sideways, maybe by Christmas, $34. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad investment. What's the difference? What's $10 between friends, right? If it drops all the way to $34, I don't see anything wrong with going in on this asset, just other than the fact that you have to wait, right? You have to wait. You're gonna have to wait. All right. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Thank you for hitting the like. Thank you for hitting subscribe. And don't forget, I will be looking for ways to get off of YouTube shortly, and I'll be somewhere else and doing the live streams on another location. So if you want to have access to that live streams, and where we will be doing those live streams, we'll be notifying our Davinci Codes people who have entered our mailing list, basically. And you can do so, and we'll give you something for entering our mailing list. We'll teach you how to do the little lady strategy for entering. So it's not like, so you give me your email, and I'll give you something for your email. And that is several videos on how to do the little lady strategy. And once you do learn that little lady strategy, you'll have use for the Pandora's wallet, right? And so, you will get that. And not only that, I will be able to notify you when I move to another platform to do live streams. And so you could be there to cheer me on and ask me which coin you want to talk about, and so forth. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, well, Inti, I think this has been a great stream. I hope you had fun. I know I did, right? And if you haven't seen the videos popping up here, please check them out. And don't forget, right, to hit that like and subscribe. Cheers, people.
Bye, people. Have a good one.